Imposing sanctions on May 12th would be heading into the driving season. Does it make sense that Trump would want to do that, or is that just not something that's even on his radar screen?
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, the question is, by imposing sanctions, you're raising oil prices and gasoline prices, and I don't think that is a consideration for Trump. It definitely would be for members of Congress who are very wary about gasoline prices. But here's the thing to keep in mind. When I was at the Department of Energy in the early 2000s, we would be urging OPEC to increase production to keep oil prices low so that gasoline prices would be low. But now the U.S. is a major oil producer. Strong oil prices are actually really important to economic growth in places like Texas and North Dakota. And so, we're now in a situation where higher oil prices are probably good for the U.S. Certainly not $100 maybe, but better than the low 40s. So it helps with job creation and all that. So I'm not so sure. And by the way, I don't even know that Trump is thinking about I do this, oil prices go up and it helps create more jobs in the U.S. But that's a fact now. The U.S. is a major producer. We probably will see in December that U.S. production has crossed 10 million barrels a day when the EIA monthlies come out. That's almost the equivalent of what Saudi Arabia is producing. So, the trajectory for U.S. production is very positive and robust. And so, the answer to the question is, I don't think that's going to be weighing on Trump's mind. He's made a big campaign promise, and if they can't come up with some kind of legislative fix, or the EU doesn't come up with some kind of diplomatic fix to address what Trump views as big flaws in the agreement, I think, we're looking at him, basically reimposing oil sanctions again.
That's great. Well, thanks for your insights, Joe, and for your time. We know you got to get on some other calls, so we'll let you jump off here. If I, by the way, was advised, and I know Trump loves watching TV, so I highly encourage you, Donald, to subscribe to Hedgeye TV. And if you want to wake up in the morning and get some advisory on how I'd answer the question that Ben asked on, is it smart for you to have higher gas prices into the drive season? I just ignore that way that the question's framed, and understand that if oil's not going up, the stock market's not hitting all-time highs like it is right now. To get oil up means you're getting energy stocks up, means that you're getting the financials up, because you get interest rates up, you get inflation expectations up, financials like that's 26% of the Russell. So, you don't have to, I definitely wouldn't use your advisors, Donald, or President Trump. I would use some actual data